Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is Tuesday, May 29th, and this is the market overview looking at the Dow, SPX, VIX, TNA, UUP, FXE, GLD, SLV, XOY, XLF, and all that other stuff. Okay, well, we had finally a good day in the market, more than decent. Dow up more than 125 points and looking pretty darn good. In the past week and a half, we had had the uptick on the Dow and all kinds of other things, which did not produce the desired result. Today we got another uptick, and it was resolved intraday. Very, very nice. We've been noticing and watching the upticks on the MACD histogram and the MACD itself, looking for a bullish cross. It's still not there yet, but sure looks like it wants to, and that's very encouraging. 14-day RSI moving average is still marching down. Stochastics are up, CCI up, RSI up, histogram of course slanting up, MACD looking for a bullish cross. Beyond that, what do we have? Well, we had the previous targets with the uptick that failed to resolve itself. So now we have, if we're going in for a bar retest, we're looking at 12,750, which would be a nice couple hundred points to the upside from here, and then it can decide whatever it wants to do. Matter of fact, it can decide to do whatever it wants to do today since it resolved an uptick. So all in all, very, very nice. And what else do we have to see here? Well, let me see what else we have. Doesn't mean that the bulls are out of the woods yet. We did make a new recent high today. Very, very nice. And just for fun, I'm going to take a look at our volume and see what it's doing. Had brought this online a few weeks ago, and currently everything is still red. And the two most important being the accumulation distribution and the on-balance volume. We can see the on-balance volume is starting to try and tick up, and accumulation distribution is leveling out, but we are far away from crossing their trigger points. So, matter of fact, everything is kind of far away from its trigger points. Not to be the bearer of bad news or party pooper or anything like that. Today was very, very nice, but I'm not totally sold on it. I sure want to be, and we shall see. Something that is encouraging is that we don't have really too much to stop us volume-wise for a good couple hundred points. So yeah, that in combination with what the secondaries are saying, we should be able to eke out a few hundred points, so long as we don't have nasty news that comes along and spoils the party. And just for further fun, I'll pull out to the black box number 1, which hasn't been used in quite some time since we're getting volatility once again. It should be adapting itself, and currently it has not really snapped back according to the move in the last week. It is still tracking the overall movement from the last month, which is understandable. And, not to be a party pooper, if this were to reassert itself, we can see that we have a clear target down here in the 12,200 to 12,300 area. I hope that that's not the case. It would coincide with the 200-day moving average, but we can see that it is intersecting and reacting with the extreme trend envelope. It's not exactly a good sign, but if it's able to push it back, hopefully we'll get a reset on these as they are adaptive. So, just potentials. And looking at the VWAP for past month, I believe, Yeah, we have a few hundred points to go if we're going to get back to the current VWAP. This is about to reset here in a couple days as the month turns over, and it will be much lower than it is now. So hopefully we'll try for a retest of that. It's about to 12,850, but I do expect it to reset itself somewhere in the area of 12,650, maybe even 12,700, but we shall see. Overall, very encouraging, nice day, and very nice. SPX, even more impressive than the Dow, also getting an uptick today, resolving it intraday. Have the middle Bollinger Band trying to attempt to cross. Secondaries are identical to the Dow, no need to rehash. And yeah, we didn't look at the 60-minute for the Dow, might as well do it for the SPX. We can see that today it made a new recent high, very encouraging. Getting through the long-term moving average bar in the 60-minute time frame. We can see the CCI pointing up, the 14-day RSI moving average pointing up, the stochastics turnaround pointing up on the histogram at the end of the day, up on the MACD, sideways on the RSI, very, very encouraging. And on to the VIX. We noted in the daily running thread the VIX was not tracking the market's movement very well. By the end of the day, it did straighten itself out to some extent. But it is still above 20. That's not a good sign. Still holding in 21, barely, but still needs to break and hold below 20 for a real move. And actually, yeah, it really needs to break 20 because we don't want that to be a double bottom for the bullish perspective. And anyways, 14-day RSI moving average still pointing up, still very high. Stochastics on the way down, CCI on the way down, RSI on the way down. Bearish cross completed on the MACD, and MACD histogram ticking down. Very, very nice. Very encouraging. Comp Q, the NASDAQ, ending with a fat body spinning top. Uptick today, resolved intraday. Hopefully this is not a one-hit wonder. 14-day RSI moving average ticking down, losing some of its trajectory. Stochastics slowly crawling up on the CCI, up on the RSI, up on the histogram, up on the MACD. No bullish cross yet. Very encouraging. 60-minute time frame looks good. 30-minute time frame looks good. Even the 15-minute time frame looks good. TNA. Very nice and very important. It actually, no, it didn't even do that. The expired uptick. But spinning top, getting above the 200-day moving average once again. We've been expecting a retest of the 200-day moving average, and it delivered in spades today. And identical to the Dow and SPX in the secondaries, but we do have a bullish cross underway on TNA. Very nice, very encouraging, and hopefully some follow through tomorrow. Once it gets to the bar retest, I think that'll be important if it's able to continue, and the news will dominate that. XOI, oil. Yeah, this one did not do nearly as well as it should have. Really don't like that. Spinning top, small body, 14-day ticking down, stochastics up, CCI up, RSI up, histogram up, MACD almost completing its bullish cross. Really passing through, just needs a little bit more. Encouraging, absolutely. Uptick target resolved intraday. And what else is there to say? Moving right along to UUP. Yeah, this one's so important. Very interesting. The market did not track UUP's performance. Could be a warning sign. It did make a new high, breaking out the 22.85 from way back here. Beating it by 1 penny. Yep, 1 penny. There it is. Still very extended. Hopefully it doesn't become more so. 14-day RSI moving average, stochastics holding high, CCI trying to turn, RSI trying to turn, histogram trying to turn, MACD still ticking up. We do not have a downtick, so it'd be so much easier if it did, but it does not. So just not counting this one out yet. Since it has a new high, it should at least attempt a retest of that high, and if it breaks it, bad news. What can you say? So no clear definitive breakdown of the dollar yet, so possible warning sign. FXE ending with a nice little hammer, kind of fat body, no uptick, it is extended, and nice inverse of UUP, stochastics 14-day RSI moving average holding low, uptick on the CCI, uptick on the RSI, uptick on the histogram, MACD still pointing down. Really need to see more development of this before it can be trusted. And going on to Apple. So important that Apple gets rolling once again, ending with a hanging man, potentially at the top of a range. Long-term moving averages breaking down, still bullish, still a little bit of pull. 14-day RSI moving average ticking up, extremely good. Stochastics mixed, CCI up, RSI up, histogram up, MACD up. We have a bullish cross. So overall, definitely more bullish than bearish. And hey, this one's important. So yeah, it's coming up on its current VWAP, just shy of 590. It would be natural for it to get to that point, to revert to it. Looking at detailed volume, you can see that dual volume flow is fighting to be positive. Accumulation distribution is still in distribution. On balance volume is trying to creep up, still has a ways to go. We're green on the volume weighted MACD, very nice. And the volume price trend is still not what we would like to see. So it's a very slow pace and not a jump. Completely understandable considering what volume is doing. And hey, why not? Looking at volume, seeing where people should be attempting to sell, we can see that we're trying to break away and into this next potential block of selling, going up to about 590 with major possible resistance just above 600 and then just above 620. So it does have some hurdles to get through, but it is what it is. GE trying to get a better read on the Dow. Dow did pretty darn good today. GE ending with a spinning top. We were noting how GE looked better than the Dow and could be foretelling what the Dow should be doing. And yeah, the Dow did good, trying to catch up with GE, and GE kind of just positive but hanging around. 14-day RSI moving average ticking down, stochastics up, CCI up, RSI up, histogram up, MACD up. We noted the bullish cross days ago, and hopefully that will continue. GLD, ooh, not really good. Bearish engulfing, ugly candle. Short-term moving average is pointing down once again. Stochastics mix, CCI down, RSI up, 14-day RSI moving average down, up on the histogram, MACD just going sideways. Ugh. But if we do have a collapse in the dollar or a pullback, this should go much higher, at least to a bar retest. SLV, more of the same. Bearish engulfing. Essentially a huge fat body spinning top. Down on the 14-day RSI moving average, stochastics up. CCI down, RSI sideways, histogram sideways, MACD very slightly up. And JP Morgan, see what the banks are doing. Not good. Ugh. not good at all. And that in itself is not a great indication of the market. Well, odds for the market, I should say, since this definitely should be positive today on such a big day. Stochastics trying to turn back down, 14-day RSI moving average taking down, up on the CCI, up on the RSI, up on the histogram, up on the MACD, no bullish cross yet. And XLF, maybe it's just JP Morgan's problem. And yeah, this one definitely looks much more like the market. Possibly a very, very micro hanging man. Had an uptick today. It was not resolved intraday. Stochastics up, CCI up, RSI up, histogram up, MACD up, looking for a bullish cross. 14-day RSI moving average still ticking down. Stubborn, stubborn. And maybe some consumer junk. Starbucks. Yeah, a very nice big positive day. Well, decently positive anyway. 14-day RSI moving average getting its curl ticking up. Very, very good sign. Stochastics mix, CCI up, RSI up, histogram up, MACD bullish cross. Very nice. How about some more consumer stuff? Amazon, massively strong for a very long time after its huge gap up. Going into the gap, but not really meaning a whole lot. 14-day RSI moving average ticking down. All kinds of room to move to the downside. Stochastics mixed, up on the CCI, up on the RSI, up on the histogram, down on the MACD. Very, very mixed. Spinning top right into the long-term moving average bar. Yeah, it makes sense. It'd be a whole lot better if this looks stronger. That would be very, very good for the market overall. And anything else? Anything else? Nope. I think that'll just about do it. So, very, very encouraging, but one day doesn't mean that it's game over for the Bears, unfortunately. But that's okay, because if the Bears want to retake the initiative, then we can make money off of them as well. So, doesn't really matter either way. We just want a strong trend in one direction or another, and that's about it. As always, all investing decisions are your own. This chart and video for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only. Thank you.